Thank you very much. So my name is Jean-Baptiste Maisonnave. I'm from the French Ministry of Maritime Affairs in Martinique. I work mainly on environmental protection, sustainable blue growth, and maritime spatial planning. Thank you very much for having me on this panel. It's true that as French islands, we're often turned towards our mainland and Europe, and we're not sufficiently integrated into the region. So it's very interesting to be able to participate today. And I also want to excuse myself because I did not have enough time to do a PowerPoint presentation. So it will be a quick talk on what we call our French Eastern Caribbean Maritime Basin strategic document, which I will call the DSB. It's a document that we are putting in place regarding sustainable blue growth and maritime spatial planning. So where does this DSB come from? You may know that we have two European directives. One which is asking us to do maritime spatial planning, and it's for France, but also for all European countries. And there's another directive which aims at reaching good quality of sea and coastal waters. So these two directives are translated into French regulation, and we have since 2017 French national strategy for the sea and the coast and the shore. And this, national strategy is adapted on a local level to the local issues and stakes that we have here in the Caribbean with this document, the DSB. So what is this DSB exactly? It's a strategic document which promotes sustainable blue growth. So we're really exploring all the various industries and sectors of the blue economy, the fishing industry, aquaculture, seaports, of course, and shipping, naval repair, yachting, boating and water sports, renewable maritime energies, and all these sectors account for around 10% of the jobs here in the French islands. And if we add to that the sea and coastal tourism, we're really much more than 10%. It's a very transversal document because talking about these industries and sectors, it also brings up different subjects such as scientific research, cultural and historic aspects of relation between the populations and the sea, climatic risks, erosion of the coastline, hurricanes, how to educate young people on the blue economy jobs. So all these, transversal subjects also come into place throughout the DSB, and of course the environmental protection. And this is really the core of the subject. How can we reconcile or bring together blue growth and protection of the marine environment? So DSB is really a document which aims at being exhaustive on all these subjects. It's a high-level document. It regroups various policies and gives global directives and goals that we must reach, in 5-10 years. It's really the first document that we have on the French level, which regroups all the maritime subjects into one. So very interesting to have this, political. It's really a political document. It also aims at having a better integration in the region. So how do we work, between our French islands? We have Martinique, Guadeloupe, Saint-Martin and Saint-Barthélemy, but also with our neighbors, for example, Dominica or St. Lucia or these countries. And we're trying to find different subjects that we could work on together You know, it can be subjects related to shipping. It can be subjects related to sargassum, for example. How do we combat sargassum invasion or such things? In terms of governance, what's interesting is that we've put in place a Maritime Council. It unites different stakeholders, state authorities, local authorities, syndicates, non-profit organizations, economic actors, and representatives of the blue economy sectors and scientists. So we have lots of people from different backgrounds and from coming from the 4 different islands: Martinique, Guadeloupe, Saint Martin, and Saint Barthélemy. It's really like a small sea parliament where we have coordination and dialogue on maritime issues and the elaboration of the DSB, and we try to you know, unite together to have the same goals. And the interesting thing is we're putting together people who before weren't together. You know, environmental protection with you know, economic actors. It's not always these people don't always talk, and the Maritime Council is a good way of getting people together to talk about these issues. Finally, to finish off, to talk about maritime spatial planning. Historically in France, the maritime spatial planning has been promoted because of the many sea wind farms projects that are due to be put in place in France. But in the French Eastern Caribbean, we don't have these projects yet. So the DSB, our document, isn't for the moment projected towards putting in place a global maritime spatial planning. However, we have many, you know, issues and stakes close to the shore, protection of coral reefs and mangroves, the anchoring of yachts, maritime security issues, and we have already tools, local tools, to do maritime spatial planning. We have local marine parks. We have local authorities with areas that are regulated in relative to certain activities like fishing or anchoring of yachts, and also on the whole of the exclusive economic zone of the French Caribbean islands. We have a marine mammal animal, a marine park which protects the marine animals, the marine mammal animals, like such as dolphins, as such. So in conclusion, to maybe wrap it up very quickly, we are really at a stage where we are putting in place this document, this strategic document, the DSB, with the help of the Maritime Council, which really is a new type of governance put in place, and we're at the beginning of all of this, and hoping in 5 or 10 years to have reached different goals that we have put in place this year. Thank you very much.